Hey folks, welcome to Fresh Produce. I'm Pete from BTI. I've got another new brand announcement today. Welcome to the BTI catalog, Cast. Now, this is a brand made up of a whole bunch of athletes and industry veterans. They've brought in folks from kind of around the gravity and freeride disciplines, and I think it's some of the biggest names in the business who are all working on the development of these products. So pretty cool out here. We've got handlebars, stem, saddle, grips, and tires in the line. So pretty wide-ranging setup. And I think they brought some of their specific needs as athletes into the development of these products. So for example, here's two different rise bars, a 35 and a 38, super close, but they have a little different sweep. So you can pick the one that works best for you, kind of spanning the needs of the most common bars out there. I think they're going to, a lot of times people are dedicated to one brand or another because of the sweep angles. Here you can choose Cast regardless of your preference. Just aluminum bars so far, and they worked on compliance along with control and durability in this. So it's a full-on downhill freeride handlebar, something you can rely on. We've got a nice beefy looking stem to go along with it in a 45 mil length, really rounded, smooth edges. And then moving into saddles, these are saddles made by couple of their main athletes, the Danny MacAskill on this side. He's using this while he's pedaling around this Scottish hillsides looking for trials moves. And that's a pretty deep channel with a lot of kickback up at the tail. The other one here, we've got Greg Minnaar, definitely a more low profile saddle, going to work a little better at the bike park, most likely. Channel all the way from front to back. And these saddles are kind of made by SDG, so you have a really good quality backing them up. Moving right along to the grips, here is the Yum Yum grip. They integrated a big flange to kind of protect your brake levers and your fingers right along that spot. And then this one in the Yum Yum, we've got just a little bit more damping. It's a thicker grip, more rubber and kind of shallow ribs. On the Bomba grip, we've got a ton going on. There's some waffle, there's some diamond, there's a bunch of ribbing. That looks like a super grippy technical grip, but also they've added in a bigger bumper on the outside, so you have a real good reference point on the outside of your hand. Integrated a ton of cool details into all these products. Finally, we've got a trials tire. When you've got some of the best trials riders in the world on the team, you've got to put out a trials rider. There's just not too many options out there. So Danny MacAskill and Fabio Wibmer both have their name on this tire. They worked to build this for their urban trials needs. And Cast is working with Pirelli on a whole line of downhill and enduro tires coming soon. So keep your eye out for that. Throughout the line, they're utilizing and partnering with other brands in the industry who can bring the technology, and these guys can bring their athlete experience. So pretty cool story to tell. I think this is going to be a great brand in our catalog. We're real excited to add them. If you want to try some Cast on your own bike, make sure you ask at your local bike shop. Tell them BTI sent you.